Hey everybody, welcome to the Vitruvian Life. My name is Kurt, aka the Vitruvian Gamer, and today I'm doing a new list and not a top 10, not a top 5 or something. It's just 7 games that I should play someday. And these 7 games are all in the top 100 at this moment in time. So I'm recording this on September 21st, 2019, in case you watch this in a very far future. So at this moment, so I did this today. I looked at the top 100 board games on Board Game Geek. So that's the stores that I'm using. And these are 7 games that I selected out of it that I actually really have to play someday. And some of them, it might even be a mystery or a shame that I haven't played them yet. So, without further ado, let's go number 7. I ordered them according to Board Game Geek. So number 7 is the lowest on the list on Board Game Geek, and my number 1 is the highest ranked board game out there. So this is the first time that I will be talking about games. Well, I already did that in the past, but this is a special one because I'm going to talk about games I haven't played yet. So these are things that I think about these games, of course, without having played them. So, number 7 is Too Many Bones. This game is by Chip Theory Games, designers Josh G. Carlson and Adam Carlson. This is a game that I almost bought when it was on Kickstarter a while ago. There was a new expansion on Kickstarter and you could get the base game again. I had been doubting for a long time. In the end, I didn't click the button to back it, but this is this game looks so good, so awesome, and especially for me, for the channel, it's you can play it solo, and this is what they call a dice builder RPG game. So it's this special fantasy world that you're living in, because I think the base game has these 4 characters that are like tinkerers and stuff like that, and you're going to go on a campaign, and your character is this cool, over the top produced playmat with that you put dice in them, so you can choose which directions you go, because the dice, they show you what your skills are. You use those dice, I guess, in combat and for skill checks. And I'm still trying to figure out how the combat works, because it's on another board with this grid with circles on it, and you have I think it's quite tactile to do. But if you look at this game, and especially if you look at the production of this game, it looks so cool. And oh boy, now I do have a lot of campaign games already that I really need to play. Oh, but this game has been on my radar for so long, and oh boy, I'm going to Spiel soon, and if it's for sale there, I'm not sure if I will be able to resist once more. We'll see. But this is my number 7 board game of the top 100 board games that I really, really want to play. Oh yeah, I really, really do. Number 6, very different. It's a classic Euro game. It's a modern classic, as they call it. This game is, oh boy, this game is also quite complex. The previous one had by the way, the Too Many Bones had a scale of 3.5 of complexity rating on Board Game Geek. This one has a 3.65 and goes to 5, but that's already pretty heavy. This is a 2 to 4 player game, published by CGE, and other versions in different languages have different publishers. Designed by Simone Luciani and Daniel Tascini. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that they did some awesome games. I might be completely wrong. Some games that I also really like, but with dice placement and stuff like that. But very good designers. And the game I'm talking about is Sulkin, the Mayan calendar. This is a game from 2012, in which you, oh boy, apparently the theme is a little bit based on you are representing different Mayan tribes, and you're going to place workers on these giant connected gears on the board, and as you rotate the gears, they take the workers with them to different action spots. I'm guessing this is not a game for me. I think my brains will explode if I play this game, but I hear so many good things about them that I really should try this one. And maybe I will love it, because there are people that really, really, really love this game. And as I said, it is a modern classic. I think this game is one that will still be very popular in 5 years, 10 years, and so on. This has the looks, it has a cool theme, even if it's based on. It looks like it has these cool crystal skulls in the box as well. And yeah, I really need to. My board game club, I think it has the game in their collection. I really should borrow it and try it out for sure. That's my number 6 board games that I really should try out that are in the top 100 on Board Game Geek. Sulkin, the Mayan calendar. Number 5 is a game by a designer who honestly, he was very, very popular, and he has a number of games in the top 100 on Board Game Geek. And this one is not his most recent one, but one of his most recent one, and it's a beast of a game. Complexity 3.82, and you're seeing a thin red lining going through here. It's the complexity that is of these games is one of the reasons that I haven't played them yet, because I'm a little bit afraid of these games, that they are too much for me to handle. Now, this game is by Uwe Rosenberg, whose games I normally don't really like. I don't like, well, at least not his games like Agricola and stuff like that. They just don't work for me. Now, this game that I'm talking about is A Feast for Odin, which uses, I guess, parts of Agricola, but also parts of his other designs like Patchwork and Cottage Garden, which uses this Tetris-shaped tiles. And this game has, I think it has a board with 66 different worker placement spots that you can choose. And in this game you're playing Vikings, I guess, and you're trying to fill up these player boards with these Tetris shapes, and each time you cover up stuff, you can get more stuff. You can go hunting or pillaging, and you can do farming and all these things, and it looks crazy big and nuts, but people seem to love it, and people seem to love the solo play as well, because I heard very good things about that one. So the designer that doesn't he doesn't always manage to do it for me, and the complexity of this game are two big reasons, and the price, of course, as the same thing with especially the same thing with Too Many Bones. It's an expensive game, but The Feast for Odin is also not very cheap to get. So these are things that keep me from getting the game and from playing the game as well. But I really should give it a try one day. That's A Feast for Odin. My number... Did I say 5? It's my number 4. My number 4. Did I say 5? I guess I did. But anyway, my number 4, Feast for Odin. Number 3 is, and I was surprised by this. This is number 14 on Board Game Geek top on the Board Game Geek list. It's also, it's getting higher and higher, the complexity rating. It's a 3.92, which also surprised me quite a bit. Now, this is a quite recent game, 2017, by Greater Than Games. 1 to 4 players, designed by R. Eric Roos, and it is Spirit Island. Now, Spirit Island is, I think it's a co-op game. I thought so. It's a cooperative game where you are defending your island. You're from colonizing invaders. It's like playing the opposite side of Catan. because you're playing different spirits on the island, and each has its unique power, and you're trying to scare away the colonists from your sacred island, which is, of course, something special to do. But it's, as I said, it reached number 14 on Board Game Geek, which is crazy. I haven't seen the game in real life, so I have no idea what it looks like on the table. I only seen pictures on internet. But a cooperative game that reaches place number 14 with that complexity rating, man, I have to try that, right? I really have to try that game, and well, I hope I get a chance one of these days, months, years. We'll see. That's my number 3, Spirit Island. Looks very neat. Number 2, that's an older game, 2012 this was released. I think the second edition was from 2012. It's the second edition I'm talking about. It is by Aris Games, designed by Roberto Di Meglio, Marco Maggi, and Francesco Nepitello. And this is even higher in complexity, according to Board Game Geek. We're going higher and higher. This is a 4.06. And 4.06, that's really high. Again, this is not a cooperative game. This is a 2 to 4 player game, but I think it's mostly a 2-player game. And I'm talking about War of the Ring 2nd edition. Now, War of the Ring, one player will take the role of the free people, and the other player will take control of the shadow armies. And, well, what you're trying to do? I guess you're trying to get the ring to Mount Doom if you are the free people. And if you are the other player, you're trying to stop them and, well, kill them, or maybe, I'm not sure what they do, but probably want to persuade stuff like... I'm forgetting the words. Anyway, this game comes with a big giant map of Middle-earth, and you're traveling across this map. Armies are there and all this stuff. But the cool thing is about this game, it looks like the card play. So you're going to play cards that do different things, that give you different characters on the board, that lets you move, that let you do certain things, attacks and special things. And it looks really, really awesome on the table. It seems that it's very thematic, but again, it looks also crazy complicated, especially at this type of game where you have to think strategic. Where do I go with my troops, with my fellowship and all that stuff? So probably not a game that I will be good at, but the theme, it is something that I really want to try. Look up the special. There was a special edition that they released one time. You probably won't be able to get it anymore. I wish I could, but that edition looks crazy awesome. It's just mind-blowing cool. Anyway, that's my number 2. And now I remember I forgot one. Somehow, I'm having this on my laptop. Somehow, a game disappeared from the list. So, there is one more game. I'm not sure what number that was. The numbering is not important. I'll put it here. So now you have another number suddenly. And that's Anachrony. Anachrony is number 47 on Board Game Geek. Now, there are 2 reasons why I want to play it. First of all, the designer is David Turchi. I know him personally. I know he makes complicated games. This is, again, a very heavy game. 3.97 complexity rating. This is by... what designer? What publisher is this from? Mind Clash Games. And in this game, oh boy, where do I start explaining this game? So you're in the late 26th century and the Earth is recovering from a catastrophic explosion. So a lot of people died and all that stuff. Now, somehow they managed to, they invented time travel, and you can go back in time to prepare for that big disaster. And so you have these time rifts that you can power up, and you go back to specific moments in the past. You can speed up your progress, but if you meddle too much with the past, you might endanger the time-space continuum. So very crazy stuff going on here, but the board looks so busy and there is so much going on. But people are loving this game and it looks awesome. I'm not sure if I can ever play this game with myself. I probably won't be able to grasp the game, but I'm not sure if the people I mostly play games with will ever understand or want to grasp these rules and this game. But the game looks pretty neat, and I should play this at least once, right? I really should. And then we have the number 1. That's number 7 on Board Game Geek. And this is also a game, and I think it's the highest now, complexity rating, 4.2. So again, that's the biggest reason why I haven't played it yet and why I probably won't play it. And also the length of this game. This plays, Board Game Geek says it plays in 240 minutes to 480 minutes. And I'm talking about Twilight Imperium 4th edition, which apparently is the best version. Designed by Dane Beltrami, Cory Konieczka, and Christian T. Peterson, and published by Fantasy Flight Games. This is a game for 3 to 6 players. They say 6 is the best number, so that's already a big problem for me to get to 6 players that want to play this beast of a game for multiple hours. But this is the ultimate 4X game. You're going on a galactic conquest. Each player has a different faction that plays differently. You can do the 4X's. I'm going to mess this up. Explore, expand, exterminate, and extrafer. I always forget the 4th one if I try to do it. Explore, expand, and more stuff. I always forget these 4 things. Alright, anyway. This game looks awesome. It's a big, humongous box of small spaceships and bigger spaceships and all that stuff. You're trying to be the coolest guy in the galaxy. But it looks overwhelming. It is probably overwhelming, but it is a game that I guess every board gamer has to at least try once, I guess. So maybe someday, who knows, I will do it. The 4th X that I forgot was Exploit. That's the one I forgot. So that's the highest rated board game that I really need to play once in my board game hobby life. Who knows when that happens? Who knows if it will happen? But these are my 7 games that I wanted to put on this list. Let me know what your games are in the top 100 that you think you really should give a try and you haven't done that yet. Let me know in the comments below. And besides that, that was my list. Thank you for watching this, and hope you liked it. If you did, thumbs up. If you want to see more and you are not a subscriber yet, feel free to push that subscribe button, push that bell icon as well if you want to get notified when I put something new online. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. Thank you for watching. See you all in the future. Bye bye.